Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. A Thursday night broadcast of the NBA. It'll be the Los Angeles Clippers facing off against the Miami Heat. And now we send it out to American Airlines Arena. Kevin Clark and Steve are there, courtside, ready for tip-off.
And a thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Chris Paul.
Well, you know, one of the toughest commodities to find in this league, Kevin, is a great point guard, not only on the floor, but off the floor. Chris Paul is a model leader. He's a guy who is probably as talented as any point guard in the league, but his leadership qualities, I think, put him over the top.
You know, it isn't just the inspiration off the court or making big-time baskets. I mean, the way he passes is infectious to his team. I mean, it's contagious, and it usually ends up permeating the whole team. Same goes for his defense. I mean, he'll come up with that big steal and can completely change the momentum with the kind of plays he can make at both ends of the floor.
Today's game marks the continuation of the Clippers' road schedule. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
You know, I think for the Clippers, they've got people all around the league shaking and scratching their heads, trying to figure out why a team that was so potent last year is now squarely in the middle of the pack.
Well, they went through a few changes in the offseason, but not enough where you'd think the team would make such a dramatic drop. So I'm surprised. I thought this club would be a lot better.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Patty A cannot hit.
You know, CP3 did a lot of things, guys, to change the culture of the Clippers, but one that maybe gets overlooked is how much he encourages and models talking on defense with this team. If you don't call out a screen or a rotation on his team, he'll call you out about it.
And here are the Heat now after the missed three from Barnes. And that one's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Jordan and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for two. And we've seen the Clippers turn around over the last few years. It doesn't just happen purely with talent, although it helps certainly. But Steve, a lot of it has to do with the change in the team's mindset.
Yeah, you can load up a team with a bunch of scorers and talented players, but if they aren't playing for each other and motivated to have each other's backs, then it does nothing. And I think Paul has done wonders for just the chemistry and the mindset of this Clippers team.
And so Jordan nails both of them.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West, and no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 25-point game against Toronto.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, as he made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
Mark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
And so Bosh nails both of them.
The difference between being a dominant or a good team and mediocrity is the ability to win on the road. The Clippers secured their spot as one of the NBA's elite teams last season because they showed the ability to get it done on the road.
And it's blocked by Battier. Wade dishes to LeBron. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Mullins kicks to Jordan. He passes to Crawford. Clock at 6. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And the Clippers with one of the better road records in the Western Conference last year, going 24-17. Steve actually tied for the second most road wins in the West, only behind the Thunder.
And believe it or not, Kevin, it's the first time the Clippers franchise has ever had a winning record on the road. Actually, I do believe that when you think back to Clipper history. But I'll tell you what, it's a team on the rise and a very interesting club to watch.
Both free throws, good from Crawford.
Well, Jamal has always been able to provide a spark of offense in a hurry, but last year he was a force unto his own coming off the bench. A terrific mid-level acquisition for the Clippers.
Now here's LeBron. And Cole kicks to Bosh. Oh, he misses the dunk. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
Thank you, Doris. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Hollins is checked in, and Dudley subbed in for Byron Mullins. Here's Barnes. The shot no good. Great D that time from LeBron. And for Crawford with the Clippers, his best shooting since the 2009-2010 season, Steve, when he won the Sixth Man of the Year award.
Well, and he came close to winning it again last season with the Clippers.
Sure did.
Yeah, he's a guy who can create his shot as well as anybody in the league. And the ability to hit tough shots. He's the kind of player you want at the end of games who can create something out of nothing and hit winning shots.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
.59 seconds left in the first. And Redick kicks to Collison. Pass to Barnes. Deflected. He dishes it to Redick. The feed to Barnes. Hits the jumper in space. Here's Cole. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Cole off the pick from Oden. And Cole kicks to Haslett. The pass to LeBron. A three-pointer, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Collison, the pass to Barnes. Dishes to Hollins. Excellent D there from Greg Oden. Here's LeBron. And that one's good. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Here's Collison. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
It's all tied in Miami. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Coming up Monday, November 11th, Michael Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies go on the road to battle the Indiana Pacers. Live from Indianapolis, don't miss it.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Magic in Orlando.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Chris Anderson out there with James Jones. Then it's Norris Cole. Then it's Allen. And it's Anthony in at the 5 spot. There's Green with the 3. Pass to Bullock. Feeds it to Barnes. He kicks to Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Bullock. Off the left rim and out.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it.
Here's Cole. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
And Waynes kicks to Green. There's the dish to Mullins. Back to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes on the money from 12 feet away. And when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is, a natural tendency to cruise. But, Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, there's just so much athleticism on this team that if they want to pressure you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers. And if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Clippers trail by 4. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity. Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys."
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. Gets it to go.
Well, Kevin, he's got such a great focus as a shooter. He's a very frustrating player to guard because unless you actually block his shot, you are not going to get in his head and affect him.
And you know what, Steve? His teammates love playing with him because he gets them so many assists thanks to his catch and shoot ability. A lot of his buckets come right off the pass.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
No good on that one.
Well, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. One of the outstanding team shows you'll see. They have fun, they're up and down, but they're a hard-working group, and a lot of that you have to attribute to their leader, Chris Paul.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Barnes comes in for Willie Green, and it's Paul in for Malik Williams. He hits the second from the line. Well, Clark, as you were taking a look at the Clippers, they are a fun team, an amazing product so far with big names all around. But, Steve, they've got to work hand in hand to make sure they're always at their best and not take things for granted.
Well, I think it's still a team that's a work in progress. You've got a young front line in Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, great point guard in Paul, but the new additions have helped, and I think it'll be interesting to see if this team can gel during the playoffs.
Passes it to Bullock. Kicks it to Barnes. Here's Bullock for 3. That one goes. Count it. Bullock's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Wade kicks to Cole. He feeds it to LeBron. Lewis with the 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Lewis has got 6 in the quarter.
Man, the offense just gets hotter and hotter.
And they are really cooking now. You know what I like to say? You can microwave or you can cook with electricity or gas. When you're that hot, you're cooking with gas.
And let's take a look now at the numbers for Dwayne Wade. coming off an excellent season last year, 6th in steals. He was 8th in scoring, and he was also a top 20 shooter from the field. So really a nice all-around offensive year for him.
And Steve, I don't think you can overstate his steal numbers. I mean, they're way up there, and it's a credit to his concentration and his quickness and his aggressiveness.
And the foul called on Rashard Lewis. That's his first foul. Ray Allen is checked in for Norris Cole. Mullins dishes to Paul. Elbow shot is on the way. And the jumper is on the mark. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
Now they're finally starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now.
You know, I thought this was the kind of play they needed in the first quarter, but as I always like to say, it's better late than never.
Outside Lewis, and that one's good. Lewis has got 9 points in the quarter.
You gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Paul gets a screen from Mullins. There's a good screen. The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And the Clippers making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Wade against Paul. Wade outside. He passes to Bosh. LeBron drives in. Gets it to go. LeBron's got 6.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And so we wrap up the first half. Heat lead by 7. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thursday is always a great night for basketball on 2K Sports, so let's look back at first half action. The Heat are doing very well so far. A strong beginning to the season. They've wasted no time in getting off on the right foot. They felt the impact from Rashard Lewis. I don't think anybody could have seen this coming. He's been a major player coming off the bench. And doing their best to stay alive, the Los Angeles Clippers. They've taken full advantage of that charity stripe. Those free throws, they add up. A nice start for Chris Paul. They've also seen the numbers from Matt Barnes in this one. And let's look ahead at the games that won't be tipping off until later tonight. The Los Angeles Lakers will be playing against the Rockets out in Houston. Both teams would really like to take that game. It's an 8:30 Eastern time for a tip-off out there. Looking at action around the NBA. Out in Denver, the Nuggets are taking care of business against Atlanta. On top by 5 in the third quarter. That'll be all for this episode. It's in the books. I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a bird's eye view of the American Airlines Arena, nestled on the waters of pristine day, as we return to South Florida. Look at Rashard Lewis. What a contribution.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare. Then the Pacers really took them deep, all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Crawford and Barnes filling out the wings. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Byron Mullins. And it's Paul in at the 1. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, almost an unbelievable stat, but back in 2007, LeBron finished the season shooting almost 48% from the field. Since then, he's improved his field goal percentage every single season for 6 straight years. Last season, shooting over 56%. A lot of that has been his dedication to playing closer to the basket. LeBron famously said of posting up, quote, "There's nothing fun about it." But since he's made that commitment, Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "He has completely transformed himself as a basketball player. And in the process, he has completely transformed us." 2 titles back it up, Kevin.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks.
Yeah, such an amazing talent. He impacts the game in every way.
And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against him. It almost seemed, Clark, to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier.
Here's Cole, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. That was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice.
That free throw, no good. Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave L.A. a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
Barnes kicks to Paul. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Ugly start to this second half, guys. They've missed all 4 of their shot attempts.
The feed to Cole. Pass to LeBron. Bosch. The baseline jam. Good on the jump shot. Bosch has got 6.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys. Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Mullins. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Heat in second.
Seemed like they went through stretches, guys, where they just didn't miss from beyond the arc, and that carried those numbers right up to the top of the list.
That free throw good from B.J. Mullins. And to go back to what Bosch said, I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosch did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosch's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
Wade outside. He dishes it to Haslam. And there's the pass to LeBron. Oden back to LeBron. Free throw line jump shot. Pass to Cole. Back to Oden. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, it was about midway through last season, guys, that we started hearing the rumors about Greg Oden working out and getting back in shape so he could make a return to the NBA. And lo and behold, here he is, the former Ohio State standout.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Oden, a new start in the NBA, the former #1 overall pick out of Ohio State back in 2007 for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Such a shame, the repeated knee injuries that kept Oden from achieving all that he'd hoped for in Portland, but you just hope that he would eventually get a chance to return and come back, so it's nice to see him out on the floor. Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, two teams that like to play up tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
Matt Barnes is checked in for the Clippers. 1:53 left in the third quarter. Battier kicks to Allen. Oden with a screen for Allen. Just 5 on the clock. They double him with Jordan. Shoots. Miami no good on that time either. Part that was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
Battier, the pass to Allen. Leads him in there. And stolen by Jordan. Now, here's Redick. Wade is covering. Fires from deep. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist from Redick. 7 points for Barnes.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Wade with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Collison kicks to Dudley. Collison dishes it to Dudley. Back to Collison. From down. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Important three to cut it to single digits. It's still within reach. They've got to pick up the intensity in the final quarter.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Miami ahead. They're up by 7. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
On tap next Monday, November 11th. Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Joakim Noah and the Chicago Bulls. Make sure to catch it.
And the final period of play just about to start. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And their mid-range shooting continues to be accurate.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
On the wings, it's D. Wade and LeBron James. Shane Battier is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Cole in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Jordan against Bosh. Rejected by Mullins. Jordan with a screen on Battier. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
The drive by LeBron. And there's the call on Matt Barnes. That'll be his second foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Matt Barnes. Here's Cole. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. And right through it goes. And the Heat lead by 7.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
Paul gets a screen from Jordan. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Redick. Chris Bosh with the rebound.
couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Wade guarded by Crawford. And Cole kicks to Bosch. Nifty move. 6 on the shot clock. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You know, it's always fun to play the hypothetical game with players. One with LeBron is just how good is he? Like, would he be able to go deep in March Madness playing with a good high school team? That might not be as ridiculous as you think.
And the first one drops. And Clark, you talked about LeBron and the college level. He looks like he's playing against college players, you know, Steve, with his strength and his size.
Well, he can do everything. No matter what you ask of him on the floor, he can do it. He can play point guard. He can play power forward. And defensively, I mean, how about last year during the playoffs? 1 minute he's guarding David West. In the next series, he's guarding Tony Parker. So the versatility is just incredible.
Off the charts, you're right.
You know, last year LeBron said that he was at his peak as a player, both physically and spiritually. You could see it in his eyes, just so confident. Even when things aren't going well, he now has the fortitude to make his way through that and continue to play and finish the game.
Well, when you think about the level that LeBron is playing at right now, Clark, do you think he still has room to improve his game?
I think it's just a matter of his experience and picking and choosing his spots. I think his skill set is fantastic, and it's just a matter of staying the course. I don't see much improvement there. He's a terrific shooter from the three and inside the line. He drives it, makes his free throws, passes the ball, rebounds, defends. He wants to be in that 50, 40, 90 club on his shooting percentages, and I think he'll make it happen.
I know he's still working with Ray Allen on the free throw shoot.
Yeah.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Launches a 3, and it's Cole missing.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Here's Paul. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's special because he lives for the big moments. Fearless. I mean, he will take any big shot down the stretch. He wants the ball in his hands.
And also, Steve, I think he's really smart with the basketball. Very smart. When you're playing with him, your only job is to get open, because when you do, and if you do, he'll put it on the platter for you. Room service style.
Barnes can't get it to go. Miami leading by 4. Wade fires. And it's Wade again missing.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
Clippers moving the ball around. Crawford's shot is good.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Wade sets the pick for LeBron. Fades away. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul dishes to Mullins. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And the Clippers making a change here. Hollins is checked in. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Crawford passes to Paul. Rejected by Cole. Wade outside. Guarded by Crawford. Wade kicks to Cole. 6 to shoot. Back to Wade. Crawford with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. Stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Cole. Count it.
That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Ball outside. Fires. And again, no good by the Clippers. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
A great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
Barnes, Mullins, connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Nice work there. Steps up, knocks them down, and makes it a 2-possession game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
I think the coach is telling them here to just take the easy points in a hurry, and then you got to foul right away.
I don't think they necessarily need to just foul blindly right away here. You'll go for a steal before you send one of them to the foul line.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Some solid defense from Battier.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Feeds to Crawford. He kicks it to Barnes. It's good from beyond the arc.
Boy, poor defense at both ends. It kind of reminds me of your team, Clark.
Well, not exactly. We did give a little better effort. I mean, neither squad really digging in at that end. At least we tried to play defense.
Miami with the ball. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. He gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And so it's Miami winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Allen saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.